Hi, welcome back. Let us continue on the to-do list project. And I noticed there are some bugs and room for improvements here. So when we want to add here in the tomato, we want to get rid of the value in here. So when we adding the to-do, I'm going to get element by ID. And what is the name of this input or ID of this input is to-do input. To-do input. And I want to get rid of the value and assign it as an empty string. So when I come here and add potato, it's gone. The other thing is the mark as complete only works for the first one, and the complete for this one, it doesn't work. So because we haven't set any onClick event for this, so if we come here and get rid of this 0, and I want to say mark item index. So if we add potato here, then we mark it as complete, it's working. So the remaining features are deleting to-dos and saving load to and from local storage. For deleting, delete a to-do, we need to get index of that to-do, and the first thing that we're gonna do is to remove it from the array in here, list from this. I'm going to splice it, but we have to find which index is in. We have the index already here, so we're going to index and we're going to remove once. Splice is a function that calls on arrays to delete one or more indexes from array. List.splice index, this might be 0, this might be 1, this might be 2, but we're going to delete one of starting from this index. Okay. And in here I want to say when it click on this button, delete to do, and item index, and we're going to do the same in this one. I will say I'm click delete to do, and the index is 0. So basically this runs. And for removing, this won't work. I'll tell you why in a second. If we delete this, it's getting deleted from the array, but it's not going to remove it from UI. For that, we need another function. And for that, we need a function called removeChild. The first thing that we're gonna do is I'm gonna get the whole parent, which is to-do list, document.get element by ID, and it's to-do list, and we call this parent. And the second thing that we gotta get is document get element ID, say item index. Let's change this into the syntax. And what we're going to do is to remove child, which is the selected to do it here. Or the candidate for deleting this to do, or just call it to do, or an item. Both would work. Okay, now if we add potato in here and delete it, it's gone. All right, so far so good. For the next feature, we want to load from local storage, but we have to kind of save this list beforehand. So save list. And for that, we're going to say local storage.setItem. We're going to give it a key and value of string. But since in here we have complicated data like objects, it's object in here and it's not a value of string, we want to stringify a JSON object of the list and put it in here. So whenever we click save or we want to do anything like marking as complete, we want to save list, or deleting a to-do, we want to save list, and whenever we add a to-do, we also want to save that list. So any mutations can happen while saving that list. Okay, and how can we check if we actually save that list? We come here and click on storage. Under the tab storage, local storage, we see here there's a list of nothing in here because we haven't saved anything. But if we click on add, we see here that it shows up. I don't know if it's, let me zoom a bit. It saves our list into the local storage. And for Chrome, I think it's in other tab. Let's let me show you where is it in Chrome. You come here inside Chrome and say application, and we have types of storage here, but the main one is local storage, and it's related to the browser. So we have, when we add potato in here, it shows up in local storage. So back to the application. And when we want to load list, we say local storage get item, and it must be the same as this one here. And yeah, that might be the stringified list. And to parse it inside into back to the array of objects, we have to use a function, something called list, and let's say list JSON parse stringified list. I hope that works. And for the start of our application, when we get back to the application, on the cold start, we want to load a list, or at least have this list as an empty variable here. And first thing that we want to do is to load list. Okay. But what happens if we already don't have a list in here, and let's say we get rid of this, and it's nothing going to happen since we are not running on strict mode on JavaScript, okay? But we get an here attended to assign to read-only property. Yeah, you're right. It's the list here is read-only, so we're going to mark this as let because we're changing it. And let's check our app, see how it works. We want to add potato. Null is not an object evaluating list.push. It's not null, is it? Oh, we are setting null here. Oh, So what we want to do here is say if the stringified dot list exists, push it into the list. And if we add potato in here, it would add. If we mark it as complete, it would mark complete as the first one, because we have to get rid of this bread. We have to get rid of this whole item. And for example, if we say bread, it's now working perfectly. If we added another potato in here, it's working perfectly. What if we delete this? It's working perfectly. Grocery, record full video and mark this as complete. Okay, but let's check on local storage to see if it's loading. Yeah, we have potato, full video, and bread. Okay, sounds good. When we mark tomato as complete, the potato gets marked as complete. Why is that happening? So we're going to write another function, render to-dos, and we're going to get that list, and or we're going to get that item. Which one's better? We're going to get the list, okay? And I want to say if the list exists in here, I want to say render to-dos and give that list to it. Okay. And inside here, I want to use this item and item index. And what I want to do here is to get for each iteration of the list, which is item, I want to say create an item for it, item index, and the second thing that we have here is index. So I'm going to get rid of this and say index, and title, which here is item. For item we have, where's the format here, item title, and is completed. Okay, and in here I want to say item dot title. For the actions, I want to say index, 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 and in here I want to say index also. Mark it as complete, mark it as delete, actions, and we might have we might miss something, because when it's completed, what happens if you want to load the list? If it's completed, I want to say completed, right? And I want to say if item dot is completed, then we're gonna pass in completed class inside here. And we have created an item, but we have to append it to the parent, like we did in adding to-dos. And we're going to no longer do these things. All right, sounds cool, right? If we refresh here, we gotta have this here, but we're getting an error. What's the error here? Syntax error, cannot declare const variable twice, item. Oh, yeah, you're right. For each item, we want to create an element. I'm going to call this element, and yeah, object. It's not working correctly somehow, but let's check on the list. There is correct. Okay, the list for each, and for each item I want to use a tool called debugger. The title is potato, the complete is completed is false. The item, the title, and the index is 0. It's correct. It should be working right now. It's completed and marking as complete. Oh, we are adding item here. I want to add element. Let's get rid of this debugger in here, and we have a full list to ourselves. Let's clean it up and refresh the page. Okay, what happens if we add bread, mark it as complete, and we add potato, and we don't want to mark this as complete, and we add tomato? All right, when we refresh this page, I want to see if it's completed or what. It's not complete. So what we did for marking as complete is add completed in here, but it's completed, I guess. That's oh, we should add this, we should apply this class into here, like we did. Okay, inside here. All right, is it okay? No, it's not. Class false. No sir. I want to say if it's just out of curiosity, if we add completed in here, we would say it's completed, right? Okay. So guys, we are back, and I found the error here. We still wanna do this here if it's completed, and put a inside completed in here, and for short time I want to say class name I want to do is completed. If it's completed, just return completed. If it's nothing, then you can return none. Okay, and inside here I want to get rid of this whole thing and put a class name in it. So what we did wrong here is I forgot to update the list as we are marking the to-do item as complete. So in here I want to say index does it's completed. In here we are removing the completed, so it's not completed yet, and in here inside index is completed to true. So now in order to change here, so when we are changing something, let's remove this list properly. If we add a bread here, it's not completed yet, but we are notice it's changing as we are clicking on this. And if we add tomato, it's not completed. And the other thing that remains, it's this label. We are marking complete in here, complete button inner text. We are changing it as the is completed, it's get changed. Okay, in here we want to say if it's completed, then show undo, and if it's not, say complete, right? Mark complete, mark complete, yeah, mark complete. That's better. And as you can see, guys, this is our first pet project, side project on JavaScript, HTML, CSS. I hope you liked it. I didn't notice it might be a big video and it's so lengthy. We add 4 main features. We save and load from local storage. Local storage is a place to save to the browser. We delete some to-dos. We have worked with array objects. We have manipulate DOM to use for adding to-dos. We add a list, rendered some, and yeah, we did all this in 1 hour. That's amazing. I hope in the upcoming videos it takes a shorter amount of time, but subscribe if you like this. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. Yeah, nothing else. Bye bye.